Nestled in the middle of one of Charlotte's oldest neighborhoods, Queen's University has held a place in the city's history for a very long time. Founded before the Civil War around the principles of the Presbyterian Church, each building on the Queens campus has countless stories to tell. Surprisingly, given its foundation in the church, the college didn't have a building dedicated to worship until 1950 when the Belk Chapel was constructed.
Yes, before that, they met in one of the other buildings. They always had chapel services. They met, in I believe it was in Jernigan. There was an auditorium in Jernigan at that time. And that's where they had the chapel services. It's the first real whole building.
Oh, okay. So Adelaide Davis has focused much of her life at Queen's University. She graduated with a BA in English in 1961. In 1983, Davis accepted a full-time position as Director of Alumni Relations after several years volunteering for the school. She's seen firsthand how ingrained religion and the chapel has been in the fabric of Queens.
Well, when I came to Queens, it was required. You had to go to chapel 2 times a week, and you had, in the semester, you had maybe 3 cuts. And if you had more than 3 cuts, you were, I don't think you could graduate over a certain period of time when you got campus or something. It's been a very critical, in fact we had a lot of controversy when they built the Rogers Science Building in front of the chapel. A lot of alums and neighbors were upset that the chapel was blocked from people riding by and seeing. So now we're having an addition to the chapel on the side on Roswell Avenue, so we'll have sort of a new face that people can ride by and see it better.
The chapel was donated to the school by associates of local business leaders and brothers Henry and John Belk in 1950. William's wife, Mary Lenora Irwin, was a graduate of Queens in 1901 when the school was known as Presbyterian College. Of all the history the chapel has collected over the years, perhaps the most well-known is the fate of those that dare to tread on the seal in the front foyer.
You're not supposed to walk on that. In fact, that started when my class was at Queens, because the seal was in the floor, and we said, we don't think you should step on the seal of Queens, because that sort of seemed very disrespectful to the seal. So we came up with this tradition that if you step on the seal, you will not graduate. Oh. We started that, and I hope y'all are still doing it.
The importance of the chapel extends well beyond the faithful on campus. In fact, it has its own connection directly to the British monarchy.
In 1952, when the current Queen Elizabeth of England had her coronation, at that time there was a very famous, lovely librarian in the library who loved everything British, and she loved everything about England. So all the students at Queen's took up money and paid for this librarian to go to the coronation of Queen Elizabeth in 1952. And she went, and after she came home, she wrote the then king and asked for a Bible for the chapel when it was built at the end of 1955. And King George VI sent Queens a Bible that's signed by him, and it's down there in the library now. They used it in Belk Chapel for a long time, but now they don't.
The Belk Chapel, like the rest of the buildings at Queens, have seen a lot of changes. Who knows what the campus will look like in the next 100 years?